Today on the Tiger Basketball Report, we'll preview the Tigers' first matchup with the Drexel Dragons. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl and chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The Tigers are set to play 2 at home this week, starting with the Drexel Dragons on Thursday. As always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. Coach, this will not only be your first meeting with the Dragons this year, it's also the first time you see their new head coach, Zach Spiker. Obviously, Drexel was coached by Bruiser Flint, who I know is a good friend of yours. Bruiser was there forever. When you see a team for the first time and they've got a new coach, how much different is it when you know, obviously, a Bruiser Flint team is going to play a certain way, and you know that. Now you've got a Zach Spiker team who you've never played before.
Yeah, Zach's doing a good job. Obviously has a good coaching pedigree. And
came from Army?
A terrific job at Army. I think you see a little bit of both teams right now. You can see Zach's influence, how they're going to shoot the three-point shot and spread the court offensively, and they've got some kind of Princeton wrinkles in their offense. And then they still have some, quote, Bruiser Flint type personnel guys, especially up front, where those guys start with Rodney Williams is like RoboCop. I mean, the guy, I really love watching that kid play. I don't look forward to playing against him. I mean, he dunks, he rebounds, he runs, he's physical, he's got a motor. So, I mean, and they've got other big bodies up front. And they're good freshman guards. Kirk Lee and the kid from Iceland, Johnson, is an excellent shooter. And then they got some veteran guys in over there in Mohekas. So, he'll put his own twist on the program, but it's, once when you're in the 11th rated conference, you got to play every night or you're going to be in big trouble. And Drexel will shoot a lot of threes, so that's always dangerous. You've got to take that away. They're probably similar to a half dozen other teams in our league. And then you got to do a good job on Williams. We've got to take advantage of some areas where maybe statistically they're not as strong as we are.
One thing they do is they give up a high percentage to their opponents, are shooting about 47% on the year. So maybe that's something that you can take advantage of on the offensive end, because they are giving up a lot of points.
Yeah, we're anticipating a lot of zone. They have a quick turnaround because they had that makeup game at William and Mary on
where they gave up 108.
Yeah, on Monday night. So we're anticipating a quick turnaround. Them playing us a lot of zone. They've been one of those teams, they usually play with 2 bigs, but sometimes they go 4 small. So we've already gotten the preparation and preparing to see both types of style of plays for them.
maybe you've caught a break here schedule-wise for once with the CAA.
Is there such a thing in this league?
You know, because William and Mary and Drexel, the two teams that you're playing this week, had to play that extra game that was snowed out a couple of weeks ago. But if you're Drexel, and they do have a new coach, and it takes a while to learn. You know that when you came into Towson, you had to basically change everything, and I'm sure Zach Spiker has figured he's got to change everything too. It takes a while, but now this is a point of the year where they're probably feeling good and know the system much better than they did when they started practice in October. So even though their record's not great, this could be a dangerous team coming down the stretch.
Well, they're definitely dangerous. I always tell people, I think, like going through it your first year, right around now you figure out which guys you think can help you. You know what I mean? And you believe in. So I'm sure that they're evaluating that. I wouldn't speak to the rest, because the one thing we always had different that people forget is we inherited a team that was winless in conference play, but only had one person returning that played the year before. So we had a little bit of we just had a whole new situation. So they've got the ones where they went out and got a couple guys late that are obviously playing really well, from two freshman guards that they're playing a ton of minutes. They're going to be good players. And then they've got some veterans like Mogica and Williams and Austin Williams and Taylor. And I mean, so they're kind of mixing that in.
Let's talk a little bit about the freshman Kirk Lee, whose father, one of the greatest players in Towson history. I don't think that you ever saw Kirk Sr. play, so you can't compare the two. But what is it about Kirk Lee that has made him Freshman of the Week several times this year in the CAA?
Well, he's incredibly quick and playing with great confidence. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense. It's his ability to get into the lane, and you know, he's playing a lot of minutes. So, you know, he's got great freedom on offense. So I think, and he's quick and tough, and obviously he has good basketball genes. I think for us, it's can you slow him down in transition and make him take tough two-point shots, and then certainly you got to protect the ball against him. But him and the other freshman guard they have from Iceland are both playing a lot of minutes and gaining experience and confidence.
You mentioned in the last show that you didn't handle Northeastern zone well, and this week you're anticipating Drexel is going to play zone. What do you guys need to do better against the zone?
Yeah, and we will. We've had we'll have time to not as quick a turnaround. I think the one thing that'll favor us this week is both Drexel and William and Mary will play the same type of zone. So we'll have time to get ready for that, and we're expecting a lot of zone from both those teams. All
right, well, that will do it for us. The Tigers and the Dragons set for a 7 o'clock tip inside CQ Arena. If you can't make it, I'll have the call on TowsonTigers.com and CBS Sports Radio starting, CBS Sports Radio 1300 starting at 6:45. And Coach, I think I've used this before, but I'm going to use it again. As Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz used to say, there's no place like home.
You got that right.
And that will do it for us for this edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. We thank you for watching, and as always, go Tigers.